Welcome to Road to Guitar Mastery, the ongoing show where I attempt to master the guitar by breaking it down into its most fundamental pieces. When it comes to absorbing new information, I find it helpful to disassemble the challenge into a complete checklist of exactly what it is we are trying to accomplish. The more thorough we can dissolve these larger concepts, the easier each individual piece will be to learn. And as we glue these little pieces back together, our knowledge eventually becomes whole. With that in mind, let's look at a topic that has been unwhole with me for years: the open string names on the guitar. I choose this topic because at face value it looks incredibly simple. EAD, GBE. There, I know the string names, I win. But not really. To truly know something, I believe you must be fluent or aware of every possible permutation of said topic at a subconscious, non-thinking level. So to show you all exactly how much deeper EAD, GBE really goes, let's look at how I've been systematically breaking this topic down for the last couple of weeks. I first separated the 6 strings into 4 smaller 3-string groups. Let's look at the first of these groups, EBG, from the top strings. I then split this first group into all possible non-repeating 4 and 3 note patterns. As I practice each of these patterns, I also verbalize the note names to solidify this knowledge even further. The universal possibilities are when you start from either the highest or lowest note, travel through all the notes, then return to your starting note. There are 2 of these possibilities for each 3-string group. The down section refers to starting with the middle note, traveling down, back up, then finally back to the starting note. The up section follows the same logic except moving up from the middle note. And finally, the last 4-note group is what I call the frog patterns. These patterns start from either the top or the bottom and dance back and forth between the starting note and the remaining notes. This gives us a total of 8 possible 4-note patterns to familiarize ourselves with. Now let's look at the 6 remaining 3-note patterns. I call these skips because each pattern incorporates a string skip. We have the 3 patterns moving upwards starting from each of the 3 notes, and finally the 3 patterns moving downwards, again starting from each of the 3 notes. After I was familiar with each of these 3-note patterns, I started finding ways to glue them together. The first obvious choice was playing them in order, which creates this interesting pattern. Next, I grouped the mirrors of each pattern together like so. This final pattern is more mixed up, traveling in the order 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Because there are many ways you can order these 6 patterns, I decided to make this chart, which shows the 30 possible 2-pattern connections. By learning all these combinations, you will have the knowledge necessary to create any unique pattern. On the top 3 strings, that is. There are still 3 more 3-string groups, which is why I originally said this topic is deeper than it looks. Fortunately, the strumming patterns are identical, so if you learn just one of these 4 3-string groups, you only need to learn new note names from that point. As you glue the 3-string patterns together, you can then plot out the 4-string possibilities, then the 5-string possibilities, then finally all possible 6-string possibilities. The point is that even seemingly simple subjects can present themselves as icebergs, with just a tip of knowledge sticking out the top and huge underbellies of knowledge hiding under the water. That's why it's important to really zoom in and explore each of these topics to the fullest potential we can muster. I demonstrate a lot of these exercises over at my Instagram every day, so if you'd like to follow me there, my handle is The God House Studio. You can also download the worksheet for this lesson and others at both my MeWe or Patreon pages, linked down below. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any comments or questions, let me know and I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks for tuning in to Road to Guitar Mastery, and until next time, take care, everyone.